This is 5 on your side at 10.
Thank you for welcoming me back with open arms.
I'm proud, and it was a great honor to wear this uniform for 19 years here in St. Louis.
Career and will one day head to the Hall of Fame. But tonight, number 4 and number 5 are focused on bringing St. Louis World Series Championship number 12. Good evening, I'm Ann Allred. Mike Bush has the night off. Today was Yadier Molina and Albert Pujols' last regular season game at Busch Stadium, and Albert marked the occasion by making more history.
The 0-1. Albert lifts it in the air out to center. Going back, Reynolds at the wall. He's done it! He's done it!
Career home run 702 was also RBI 2,214. That ties him with Babe Ruth for second on the all-time list. And a fitting finish for 3 Redbird greats. Manager Oliver Marmol pulled Albert, Yadi, and Adam Wainwright out of the game in the 5th inning. All walked off the field together to a standing ovation. Waino and Yadi have set the new battery record of 328 starts. Sports director Frank Cusimano will have much more on this special day at Busch later in Sports Plus. Unfortunately, a Redbird winner did not cap off such a special day in Cardinal Nation, but baseball at Busch is not done for the season. Our Laura Barcheski has more on the impact the Cardinals' chase for a championship is having on downtown businesses.
This season of Cardinals baseball has been an unforgettable one, bringing many people to the stadium and even more to the businesses around it. Economic experts expect this will only carry into the playoffs.
Took off almost $5 today.
Arch Apparel assistant manager Matthew Sanders says the magic of Cardinals baseball has people running to the racks. They've had one of their biggest weekends of the year.
We've been dealing with a lot of sales, so like we've had to move product from store to store just to get enough, everywhere to make people happy, get them what they want. And we got more coming in always.
Sanders says their location in Ballpark Village has allowed them to connect to fans and the game in a more personal way.
Yeah, it's great. It feels like we're really part of the community and part of, the Cardinals experience right now. This whole season's been really special with it being the farewell tour and everything. So it's really cool to be down here and be a part of it.
No matter what game it was, Cardinals fans at some point this season had to be there to watch Albert Pujols, Yadier Molina, and Adam Wainwright play together one last time.
And of course, the attendance for the team has benefited. I would say that their trio has led to at least a $10 million impact on the business of the Cardinals, let alone the businesses of downtown St. Louis.
The director of the sports business program at WashU, Patrick Risch, says that energy will likely carry right into the playoffs.
We're going to do well with ticket sales during the postseason no matter what, but I think especially knowing that it's Yadi and Albert's last run, that there's going to be an extra burst in demand, and the secondary prices are going to be probably much larger than in past years.
Reporting in St. Louis, Laura Barcheski, 5 on your side.
The Cardinals wrap the regular season in Pittsburgh. The 3-game series begins tomorrow. The Redbirds will then come back to Busch to host the wild card round starting next Friday, and right now, as it stands, they will face the Philadelphia Phillies in the best-of-3 series, but the Brewers and Padres are also possible opponents. For the latest Cardinals news and how to get playoff tickets, just text the word CARDS to 314-425-5355. Let's take a live look at Busch Stadium. Beautiful October baseball weather today. You can feel that fall chill tonight. Meteorologist Jim Castillo is in for Scott to tell us how cold it will get overnight. Jim?
Yeah, so tonight's lows again, Ann, in the 40s because with this dry air in place, those temperatures really plummet, but about 50 in St. Louis. So it's been 9 days now in a row with no rainfall. Hasn't rained since September 23rd. So we have this area of high pressure fixed right on top of the region, and it's not moving east because what's left over from Ian and a coastal low now is spinning off the coast right off of New Jersey and also Maryland and Delaware. High wind warnings there, and that's going to move away, and finally we'll start to see a front come in here. I'll let you know when and what that means for our weather down the road coming up in just a bit.
Tonight, we're getting grim news on the impact of Hurricane Ian. Authorities now confirm 87 people are dead in Florida and North Carolina. Most of those deaths on the Florida Gulf Coast. Tonight, rescue teams are scouring the region for survivors, 4 days after the Category 4 hurricane made landfall. So far, more than 2,000 people and 150 pets have been rescued, many from islands cut off from the mainland.
There's more urban search and rescue teams in Florida now than in any one place in American history since September 11th.
Biden and the First Lady plan to visit the hardest hit areas on Wednesday. Tomorrow, they'll visit Puerto Rico, which took a hard hit from Hurricane Fiona. We have partnered with the American Red Cross for Project 5's Give 75 campaign to help raise money for Hurricane Ian relief. You can make a donation by texting the word donate to 314-425-5355. We'll send you that link. Tonight, St. Louis police are investigating 2 homicides. Just before 6 this morning, a man was found dead on Arlington Avenue. That's near MLK and Union in North City. The victim has been identified as 31-year-old Charles Leroy Edwards Jr. No word on any suspects or a motive. And about 6 hours earlier, police were called to a double shooting in Fountain Park. A man was found shot to death in the 900 block of Walton. A woman showed up to the hospital with a gunshot wound to her arm. If you have any information on either of these shootings, please call Crime Stoppers at 866-371-TIPS. You can remain anonymous. Violent crime survivors are promoting what they see as positive changes in Illinois' controversial Safety Act. Their push comes as Governor J.B. Pritzker and Madison County State's Attorney trade barbs over the impact of this new law. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, has more on the push to change that law before it goes into effect. Mark?
And Illinois Democrats are certainly feeling the heat from a withering firestorm of criticism all swirling online over their push to end cash bail in January. With lawmakers out on the campaign trail chasing their own re-election bids, criminal justice reform advocates who lobbied them to make those changes are stepping up to defend the idea from attacks they see as fear-mongering.
It's a little hard to beat social media. Twitter's undefeated.
Cahokia football coach and Marine veteran Trayvon Jones works with Crime Survivors for Safety and Justice. That group's crowning moment was watching Illinois end cash bail more than a year and a half ago. That's why he was surprised when his own son came to him with concerns about this viral video on Twitter.
Kidnapping, armed robbery, second-degree murder.
Well, it's fear-mongering.
The man in the video, former Orland Park Mayor Jim Pekow, is running for Congress as a Republican in the Chicago suburbs.
Forgive me, but we're just kind of outright, offended. Like we can't see past, a political agenda with a law that's already passed.
The Republicans, of course, have turned it all upside down with a lot of lies.
The sudden frenzy of panic on social media appeared to catch many Illinois Democrats off guard.
Of course, I'm open to tweaks of the Safety Act. If there are things that will make it more clear for people to understand, but, it's important that we make those changes. But
now, Governor Pritzker is pushing back, accusing Madison County State's Attorney Tom Hain of political posturing in this letter. Pritzker said even probationable felonies involving guns, domestic violence, or repeat offenders allow state's attorneys several options for detention. Pritzker quoted Hain's interview with 5 on Your Side, where the prosecutor predicted a historic jailbreak on January 1st. The governor saying if Hain refuses to take steps to detain those people dangerous to the community, that would be a dereliction of duty. Hain fired back in this letter, saying the plain language of the Safety Act appears to stand in our way.
Nobody's going to get let out of jail on January 1 just because we have the Safety Act. And there's no such thing as a non-detainable offense. No such thing.
Hain conceded the term non-detainable offense may be controversial, but remains useful and a candid reflection of the real-life implications. Now, advocates like Jones are calling on Pritzker to clarify any confusion in the law without watering down its original goal.
But cash bond, never made anybody safer. What it did was it criminalized poverty.
Illinois Senate Democrat, a former prosecutor, just filed a new bill in Springfield to expand the list of tools that judges and prosecutors could use to detain a criminal defendant before their trial, to include repeat offenders, anyone who might pose a risk to the public, or someone who could tamper with witnesses while they're out. Governor Pritzker would not commit to making changes like those before the bill goes into effect on January 1st.
Soccer stampede, 125 fans dead in Indonesia. Tonight, we're learning what sparked the chaos, plus a response from our new MLS team. Falling gas prices. Tonight claims the upcoming midterm election is the cure to our pain at the pump. We verify.
Jacket weather in the mornings. One day this week we may hit 80, and I'll time out any shower chances.
Developing tonight, at least 125 people are dead following a stampede at a soccer match in Indonesia. Nearly 200 more were hurt. Authorities say fans of the losing team ran onto the field. Police fired tear gas to control the crowd, but that led to people being suffocated and trampled. FIFA bans the use of tear gas. The Indonesian government is investigating. Our new MLS team, St. Louis City SC, released a statement saying they are heartbroken by the incredible tragedy unfolding in Indonesia. It goes on to say the club is working closely with MLS on the latest recommendations in safety and security practices and procedures. Gas prices have been falling, but a move by OPEC this week could send them back in the wrong direction. Leaders will meet Wednesday and will discuss cutting oil production by more than 1 million barrels a day. That would be the biggest cut since the start of the pandemic. OPEC countries hope this will prop up the falling price of oil, but the move could hurt the global economy. Missouri drivers are seeing gas prices they haven't seen in a year. We found gas today below $3 a gallon in the South County area, and that price is pretty common also in St. Charles County. Metro East drivers continue to pay more with prices well above $3 per gallon. To find the lowest gas prices in your neighborhood, just text the word gas to 314-425-5355. With the midterms a few weeks away, some people are asking our Verify team if there's a connection to the falling gas prices. Casey Decker examined the data.
Gas prices are continuing to drop from their record highs earlier this year. But this Facebook comment suggests the reason for that drop is political manipulation designed to give the party in power a boost ahead of the midterms. Other posts on social media have echoed that sentiment, suggesting gas prices go down before elections and then rise again after. So is there any validity to those claims? Do gas prices always go down before elections? To verify, we looked at historical data from the U.S. Energy Information Administration and Bureau of Labor Statistics and spoke with Ed Hers, an energy economics fellow at the University of Houston. The EIA has weekly data on gas prices going back to 1993. We isolated the periods before midterm and presidential elections, focusing on data from September through the first week of November. In 8 of the 14 years, gas prices declined. But in the other 6 years, prices rose. The BLS has monthly data going back to 1976, and though it's not as precise, it can still give us a broad look at trends. Of the 23 election cycles in that span, gas prices decreased in 15 and increased in 8. Energy economist Ed Hers says gas prices can sometimes dip in the fall as refiners move away from the more expensive formulations that are used in the summer, but it has little to do with politics.
We go to a less expensive formulation for winter gasoline. Second, there's less demand in the wintertime. You know, give or take driving to school, you're not driving to vacation. And so for a couple of reasons, you might see some sort of dip in the wintertime, and most elections, of course, occur in November.
He says other big factors lowering prices right now include below normal demand from China due to COVID restrictions and Russia's ability to export more of its oil than expected despite sanctions, increasing supply. The president also has the ability to increase supply somewhat by releasing oil from the strategic reserve. Biden has done that, but gas prices are affected by so many other factors that doesn't guarantee lower prices, let alone a drop timed for election day.
The president is at the mercy of the market.
So we can verify, no, gas prices do not always go down before elections. And if they do, it's the result of a wide variety of market factors. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
What can we verify for you? Send an email, verify@ksdk.com. Front porches in the Skinker de Bolivar neighborhood were turned into stages today for Porch Fest. There were several bands and musical acts offering a diverse music selection, also some food and drink. And let's get back to Jimmy filling in for Scott. Absolutely gorgeous. We're going to have a fall week on tap, correct?
Absolutely. You're going to love this week because not only does it have more of this, which is the time lapse at Lambert, sunshine and dry weather, then a front comes in, and if you like that fall chilliness, that's coming later in the week. But rainfall really limited and spotty and at best probably just a sprinkle on Thursday. So beautiful sunset tonight. What's going on? Again, this high just doesn't move too much at all, anchored right over the Great Lakes in Canada and spinning around it. We get this northeast wind that we've had for days now. And here it is, the remnants of Ian and a coastal low that is now formed. And so they have coastal flood warnings and high wind warnings through the Jersey Shore and also into Delaware and portions of Maryland and Virginia. Now for us, we're going to stay with this area of high pressure. So it's sunshine tomorrow and then high temperatures in the 70s again, and north-northeast wind or east-northeast wind tomorrow. So a little bit more easterly component to it at 5 to 10 miles an hour. This front is trying to get here, but it has very limited moisture with it. It's going to bump into some really dry air. So what happens is you get a little bit of cloud cover on Wednesday, and then there it is, the limited rainfall, or really just probably a sprinkle or two at best, because there's not a lot of moisture with it, but it is going to chill us off, cool us down. In fact, this is Saturday morning for overnight lows in the 30s outside of St. Louis. Probably some areas of frost not only Saturday morning, but also Sunday morning, and even around 39 in St. Louis to about 40 at Creve Coeur. So we'll see how low those temperatures go Saturday and Sunday morning. The high today, incredible, almost 80 degrees, 49 for the overnight low, and 75 is that average high, and the average low is about 55 degrees. We're at 62 now in St. Louis, outside of the city in the 50s, but humidity at 58%, a nice calm wind. It is clear, and area temperatures look like this for this hour. Very nice. Again, 50s around Creve Coeur, Arnold 53, Afton 59 right now, and Forest Park it is about 62. All right, so low temperatures tonight dropping down mainly in the 40s to around 50 in St. Louis, but outside of the city, definitely in the 40s. Tomorrow, beautiful. Plenty of sunshine again and high temperatures. About 74. Now Tuesday, sunshine continues, mostly sunny, 76, maybe even 77. Then on Wednesday, about 81. Clouds on the increase, staying dry. And even Thursday, and when this comes in, that front 79 out ahead of that front, and again a sprinkle, if that. And then we're at 62 Friday, 62 Saturday, and overnight lows definitely Saturday, Sunday morning in the 30s. But then we go back up again as the following week into the 70s. So some really nice weather ahead.
So if we're getting kids ready for the bus stop, we're thinking definitely at least a jacket, maybe sweatshirt and jacket?
Yeah, you can do that in the morning hours, and then you'll want to take that off in the afternoon. But yes, chilly in the morning.
All right, thank you, Jim. Yeah. Great fall week. Need a lot of layers.
Yes.
Greenwashing, the dirty truth about some so-called eco-friendly household cleaners.
Suburban Leisure Center is open and your safety is our priority. While you're at home, why not be comfortable and warm? We have gorgeous gas logs with easy-to-use remote controls. Plus, check out our sales throughout our spectacular showroom. Suburban Leisure Center on Olive, the place with the big red chair.
When I step into the box, I have to be ready for anything. Filthy curveball, wipeout slider, or a fastball right down Main Street. I'm Dylan Carlson, and out here, you can't afford to be caught looking. That's why when it came to protecting myself from out-of-warranty car repairs, I called the all-star team at CarShield. They knock expensive car repairs out of the park and help you save money like I save runs. CarShield administrators help pay for expensive repairs on your vehicle's major parts and systems like your engine, transmission, electronics, and so much more. Call CarShield for all-star treatment.
Like 24/7 roadside assistance for dead batteries, flat tires, lockouts, and courtesy towing at no additional cost.
Hit a home run against expensive car repairs and call CarShield before a breakdown to see how much you could be saving.
Don't strike out against expensive car repairs. Call CarShield now for all-star savings and your free quote. Call 800-896-6209. 800-896-6209. 800-896-6209.
I'm Stephen Lynch, General Sales Manager at Volvo Cars West County. Now is the best time to buy a Volvo. The 23s are here, and that means the 22 Volvos must go. Save up to $5,000 off MSRP. Volvo Cars West County is the #1 Volvo dealer in Missouri, and we're committed to providing the service you have come to expect. Don't wait. Save up to $5,000 off MSRP. Located on Manchester Road, 4 miles west of 270, or go online for our seamless online purchasing.
This is meine key, which I only trust with meine key. They make me so happy I must blow into horn of celebration. Prost! That's German for huzzah! I only trust meine key with meine key.
Suburban Leisure Center is open and your safety is our priority. While you're at home, why not be comfortable and warm? We have gorgeous gas logs with easy-to-use remote controls. Plus, check out our sales throughout our spectacular showroom. Suburban Leisure Center on Olive, the place with the big red chair.
It's not easy going green, especially with household cleaning products. Before you make the greener choice, Consumer Reports cuts through the hype and reveals that some products marketed as green or natural might not be as great as they seem.
It may feel like green cleaning products are everywhere. But what does saying a product is green even mean? Consumer Reports says not much. The same goes for words like natural, plant-based, non-toxic, and eco-friendly.
These are really just marketing terms to make a product seem more appealing. It's sometimes called greenwashing, a gimmick meant to attract consumers who prefer to buy products from environmentally conscious brands.
Still, lots of people want to make eco-friendly choices. Start by thinking about what aspect of being green is important to you. Should a cleaner be made from plants? Biodegradable? And while an eco-friendly product may use less plastic in its packaging, that doesn't mean the product is free from harmful chemicals.
Another important thing to know is that just because a product is natural or plant-based doesn't mean it's safe. It could even be toxic. That's something you want to be aware of, especially if you have kids around.
A better way to choose cleaning products is to look for one of these seals of approval from independent, third-party organizations that evaluate the company's claims. This seal from UL signifies a product has a lower environmental impact than other similar products. Factors like a manufacturer's energy consumption, water usage, and waste. To be EWG verified, products can't include certain ingredients identified to be potentially harmful to human and environmental health. The same is true when you see the Safer Choice logo. To get this seal, the EPA also considers to what extent a product's packaging is sourced, made, and transported using renewable energy. You can even search their website to see if your favorite cleaner got their approval.
Whichever products you choose, Consumer Reports says try to use less. A drop of detergent could be just as effective as a glob. Also consider buying concentrated cleaners that come in smaller bottles and use less plastic. A new TikTok task, how the popular app could help you complete your holiday shopping list this year. You might be able to do your holiday shopping this year through TikTok. The app is reportedly bringing its live shopping platform to the U.S. It allows users to buy products through links on the app during live streams. The St. Louis Zoo is celebrating Oktoberfest with Zootoberfest. The celebration, German food like Bavarian pretzels are included with beer, cheese, bratwurst, and German pizza. That comes with sausage, sauerkraut, and spicy mustard. Of course, there's a lot of beer for the adults. Zootoberfest continues next Saturday and Sunday from 10 until 4. Then the zoo will host Halloweekends for the rest of the month. The nightly Boo at the Zoo returns October 14th. For more information on these events and other fall activities on both sides of the river, text the word fall to 314-425-5355. That's 5 on your side at 10. Start your day with Today in St. Louis beginning at 4 a.m. And here's Frank Cusimano with Sports Plus.